What's up, everybody? My name is Fairly Magical, and welcome back to our Let's Play of Raft. We are picking up where we left off and going out to try and find that dead raft that was out in the water. No, it's all the way out there. Alright, well, I guess we won't get that dead raft. There isn't much on it anyway except a crate. Oh, our brick is dry. Now we know the smelter. So once these all dry, we can start cooking up something. We've got a lot of wood, which is not a bad problem to have. Alright. Let's dive back into the water and start collecting. I still need to make a crop plot, which would be very helpful so I can start planting potatoes and beets. Normally by this point I have one, I just haven't made it yet because I just haven't felt like it. Our goal for this episode is to have, I don't know, probably a lot of resources. That way there we can start building up so I can build the receiver. So hopefully by next episode we will have our receiver. And, oh, I got stuck in the raft. And with any luck, once we get the receiver, we can actually get this show on the road. And you can all watch me be terrible at a jumping puzzle. There is a dead raft out here. Hooray! We'll swim up to that bad boy while we grab these barrels along the way. Maybe the real friends we have made were the barrels along the way. I totally messed up that saying, but whatever. Plastic. We've got quite a bit of ground to cover. It's going to take us quite a while to get where we need to be, but you know, that's not too bad. We can always take our time. Everyone improves at their own rate, you know. But thankfully, since I know what I'm doing, it shouldn't take us as long. I want to try and keep it to like one big thing per episode, so that way we're not just spending like 4 episodes just with me in the water doing this. I want to at least... We're gonna hopefully have this be like the only one where we're just pretty much just collecting and doing nothing else the entire time. I don't mind collecting and doing some stuff off camera, but I don't want to do too much off camera. You know what I mean? Because there is quite a bit to do. Let's see, can we build a sail? We can. So we are going to get the sail in early. And we're going this way. I did just put down that sail and then roll it back up. Alright, we need more leaves. Please. Or we can get stuck under the boat, that's fine. You know, it's really funny. Across like every Let's Play I've ever seen, everyone always winds up calling the raft the boat. I do it too. Because, you know, when you get an engine on it, it kind of stops being a raft and kind of does turn into a boat, you know? And like, it's got a sail. A raft doesn't really have a sail, does it? I don't know. Alright. Hey. We've got these. Alright. Oh, we got a full house here. Hooray, we learned something completely useless. Now we put in potatoes. And beets. I know what you're thinking. Why won't you just use the hook? I hate the hook. I don't want to use the hook for this reason. And we are going to pass by that little island. We don't need it right now. I know, that makes this even more boring because it really is just me out in the water. But, you know, sometimes gotta do what you gotta do. Got our smelter. Alright, we're gonna have a hole, but that's fine. Just don't fall in the hole. Easy as. We're gonna swim out to this raft and hopefully not die of hunger between now and then. And by the time we get there... Whoops. Alright. Yeah, and by the time we get there and back, we should be good. The one thing I hate about these dead rafts is that you can't collect stuff off of them besides the crate, because, like, see, this one has a grill. Sometimes they got beds or, like, other stuff, but no, you can't. You can only take that and nothing else. We will be stopping off at our next island. Sorry, this one is just out of the way. But next one we will be stopping off at. Oh boy, we got vine goo. I can go research that. But we will stop off at the next island and do some collection, and hopefully by then we will have more resources and we can, like, build a real anchor, hopefully, maybe. I know my collection method is not the most intuitive, but it works and gets the job done, and that's all you really need. If it's stupid and it works, it ain't stupid. Sometimes. Sometimes it is stupid, even if it does work. Not always. A lot of this really is just collecting and building. And also vibing to the music. Alright, we're gonna do this. Alright, do I have any extra sand? Another container, because you can never have too many. Whew, down to the wire. We need so much stuff. But we have more space now, which is good. Oh, we'll just plant that beet. Might as well. Ugh. Ugh. Alrighty, let's see. Crates are good for the soul, honestly. Also, as you can see, the raft is going slightly faster now that we've got the sail on it, so we don't want to stray too far away from it because I really do not relish dying just to get back to it. But we will definitely stay in front of it as best we can and try not to get too far ahead of it. Well, getting behind it is really what you don't want to do when you have the sail. Getting ahead is fine because it'll catch up to you. But you don't want to go too far out of your way. And I see another dead raft out here. I have been seeing a lot of them. It feels like an inordinate amount, really. Alright, 2 decoration packages. Oh, we learned an inspirational quote. We can hang it up on the raft somewhere when we have a place to hang stuff up on. But we're gonna get to the dead raft. Alright, let's see here. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, we'll catch up. It's fine. Alright, we gotta make some nails. Oh, that's one too many out. That's fine. The max amount you can have these apart is 2. Like 2 squares. But with that, you can start building a second floor. And with it 2 squares apart, it's like the optimal space apart, so that way there you're not walking in between poles like everywhere down below. I like to try and put, see, here's a bed and I can't grab it, but I like to try and put stuff between the poles, like the smelter or like the trash compactor, and sorry, I keep looking down, and stuff like that, so that way there you can maximize your space a little bit. It's like living in a tiny house. You gotta maximize. And yes, as you can tell, I was trying to figure out if it was worth it to go get the crate, but it's really not. Oh shoot, there's another island. Ah! hopefully, once we get here, we will have... Oh, what do we need to make? Anchor. Adjusting the sail helps a little bit. Not too much, but it does help more than it hurts. Forgot that I had a whole paddle in my inventory, so we'll just paddle backwards. Alright, and now we can throw the anchor. Put this up. We'll go that way. Now it is time to gather some resources. This axe goes so slow, but once we can make the better axe, we will be in business. Also, I love that pineapples just grow out of the ground. Like, they grow like that in real life. It's really funny. They just pop up out of the ground like daisies. Also, I don't have it yet, but when I have the large plot for the crops, it's gonna be really funny when you see how the trees grow, because it's like just a miniature version of the tree that grows. And it's so freaking funny how it looks, because it's just like a mini little palm tree just in the water, or in the plot, like bloop. And it just gets bigger over 5 minutes. It's really funny. Alright, watermelons. Alright, we're gonna eat some cocoa nuts. Yeah, like fruit doesn't do much for your hunger, but it does great for your thirst. It also depends on the fruit. Also, with the watermelon, you can eat it twice because it's big. There's a couple foods that are like that. But the one off the top of my head is watermelon, and then I think catfish, which has 3 bites you can take out of it. So really good for... Oh dear. Really good for filling your hunger and thirst bar if you really need it. Oh, we need to collect metal ore. It's probably all on this side of the island, hopefully. If there's no ore, then we are gonna be in for a bad time. Okay. Alright, there we go. What do we have? It's copper. I don't want to collect copper right now. Here we go. My hook is almost broken, so that's why I don't want to waste time getting copper. I want to get the regular ore so that way I can make a scrap hook. Because the scrap hook needs a bolt. Alright. Where did I park the car? Over there. Okay. Happens every time. You forget where you park, even though it's an empty parking lot. You can never find it, and you don't have the alarm, so you can't just be like, boop, boop, boop. It's always a mess. Alright. Get that cooking. Okay. Oh my goodness, I am all over the place. I'm so sorry. Okay. Cook this. Put a potato there. Get a fresh water. Water the crops. Now we will consistently be getting 3 of each, which is good. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. Alright, we're gonna want 10 by 10. That's gonna be a mission on its own, but you know, once we get 10 by 10, we will be very optimized for what we need, because I have played around on many different raft styles and done many different sizes, and 10 by 10 is optimal for me. Some people can survive and thrive on like very small minimalist rafts, and like that's fantastic, but I could never. Much like real life, I just cannot thrive like that. Now we've got a scrap hook, so we're doing good. We're just gonna wait for this to cook a little more. Okay, and another. Okay, alright. Do, 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 do. Alright, does anything need watering? Nope. We're gonna toss the cup in here. What do I need to make a good axe? Another bolt. Alright, well, we might as well wait for this. Eat another potato. Okay, cook that. When you do overnight, you can actually have your ingots cook, which is really nice. Alright, we've got upgraded tools. Not that we really need the axe right now, but we've got upgraded tools. I might see if I can get enough stuff to build a second smelter, because having more than one definitely helps the process go along faster. Let's see. We're just going to use up the rest of this hook, which is very slow. But once we get the scrap hook, things will go fast. Get some seaweed. Seaweed, 50% sea, 50% weed. Sand is also necessary because we need it to make glass. Stop drowning. You're fine, Elaine. Stop drowning. And when you can make glass, we can make a bigger cup holder thingy. Not cup holder, water purifier. And that will be definitely handy because it will hold 5 cups of water instead of just one, and you can fill it every time you take a cup out, so you can have kind of endless water. See, I am picking stuff up like crazy. And drowning, but so much faster with this hook. And of course, later on, you get a platinum hook, which is the fastest stuff comes up like at the speed of light. But this is fine how it is, and it lets us pick up a lot of stuff very efficiently. I can't speak for the range it has when you throw it, but alright. Pick up a little bit more scrap and sand and... Alright, we'll just pick up a little bit more of everything. I am going to continue picking up the clams. I saw something. Whatever. Okay. Go down here. This is so much nicer than the plastic hook, which everything takes forever to grab. Whoops. Okay. You're fine. Also, your health regenerates after a bit. It doesn't take too long. I've never, like, actively watched it, but it does regenerate relatively quickly, at least on peaceful. Alright. Now we're cooking. Like... I think for now we'll hold off on building the next smelter. We don't really need 2 smelters at the moment, but we will definitely need more than one later until we can get the electric smelter, which we'll do 3 at a time. But it'll still be handy to keep the smelters around. Like, you always, pretty much, like, once you can afford to, you always want to keep a smelter going. It's really handy, and it's really helpful, and it makes everything go that much faster. Alright, we don't have any wood left, but... here we go. I just love the romanticized idea of living on a raft in the middle of the ocean, scrounging to survive. It's so simple. Of course, this is, you know, like the perfect simulation for it, because it's like perfect weather, perfect everything. Alright, I know I just opened that, but we're just going to swim out to this raft and then come back. But it'll be easy to see our raft now that we have, you know, like a second floor and that. I probably could have swammed out here while it was still docked over by the island, but you know, I didn't think that far ahead. Who needs to think that far ahead? The abandoned rafts make me sad a little because, you know, someone was on there and now they're not. So, did they die? Did they just find somewhere else to live? What happened? You never know. And now it's sinking. But I got the crate. And we've got a recipe. I'm going to chuck that recipe, because recipes take up a lot of space that we don't really need, and we will get them over and over again. Because the game likes to give you stuff that you don't have. So you will wind up collecting like the same recipe. If you check it out, you'll also wind up collecting the same recipe like 8,000 times, because it just gives you random recipes. They are good to have when you can afford the space for them, which, you know, currently I cannot. And now we go back to collecting for a little bit. I think we've made some good progress though. We've started on a second floor so that way we can get the receiver ready. I'll probably do some more collecting off camera so that way it's not the same of this every single time and we can actually get started. Because it does get tedious and I can only talk to myself for so long doing this before I just go into complete silence and I'm alone with my thoughts. But I won't do anything too interesting. I did see that island out there, but I think we'll just keep going for now. But I think this is a pretty good place to stop for now because we've got quite a bit to go and still more to do. So we're gonna call this an episode. So thank you for watching. Have a magical day.